Hey guys, Annika here, back with I guess you could say a follow-up video to the bathroom video that I released this earlier today, talking about Dani Leigh. So I went back and I watched the video last night before I went to sleep, and I'm just gonna be very transparent with you guys. I really had no real intentions to talk about Dani Leigh. I found out about this story last week, and I did make an attempt to do a video, but I kind of just shied away from it. Not because I'm not interested in talking about colorism, because I am, but because I just got done rewatching Dani Leigh's apology video, and I don't know how to say this. I just feel like the bigger issue to me, and I'm not sure if I said this in the video yesterday, is the erasure. And I don't want to seem like I'm holding on to the word yellow bone, like yellow bone is a staple in the black community and it should only be used by black people. Like, that's not what I'm getting at all. I'm just saying the issue that I have with this entire thing is that there's so many like underlining tones about featureism, colorism, and just black identity, and it's really frustrating for me to listen to the song and really listen to her apology. I think her apology is more offensive than the actual song, because it's so eye-opening. Like, she doesn't get it, and how do we expect her to get it? And as a black woman, I wasn't even mad at the song, not because I agree with her, because that's not the case. It's just Dani Leigh has the privilege to navigate a system that's going to constantly uphold her beauty standard. You know, B Simone did it, what, 2-3 weeks ago. The industry does it for her without any ask. I mean, she talks about, I just want to do a song that, you know, celebrates my skin tone. And it's like, Dani Leigh, like, the industry already does that for you. Rappers do that for you. You don't have to do it. You literally don't have to do it. And I was seeing some stuff, like people making a comparison between like her song and Brown Skin Girl by Beyonce, and it's like, guys, like, Brown Skin Girl by Beyonce is a song created to uplift brown skin, dark skin women, like, you know. But I really feel like the bigger issue here is erasure, and this is what happens when everyone has access to your culture. Like, if we don't want non-black women to use these terms, we need to define blackness and stop. It needs to stop being this like open-ended like thing. This is how you get, I don't know, this is how you get Dani Leigh. That's what I'm like, this is why I didn't want to talk about it, because I just feel like you're talking in circles. Like, these conversations are being had by black women all the time, and like, I wasn't necessarily offended by her using the word per se. I was more or less like, oh, she's coming off ignorant because she doesn't know. And then you listen to the apology and you're like, wow, she really doesn't know. And then when she does the whole like, I don't even see color, it's like, so not only is she a yellow bone, but she's colorblind? Like, that's just an oxymoron right there. You do see color. You do. You just don't see how you benefit from being a lighter skinned woman. Now, I did see something up on like YouTube or whatever, where I think she posted like her ethnicity, her genetic makeup or whatever, and she's Portuguese for what she posted. So my apologies, she technically is a woman of color. She's still not a black woman, but she is a woman of color. However, I don't know. I really think, like, if you're a black woman or a black man and this offended you, we as like black people just really need to get a tighter hold on who we let into our spaces. Like, we need to be exclusive. Like, I feel like we have this weird kind of like kumbaya, everyone, all skin tones matter shit. You know, it's very like all lives matter, but then you realize, well, not really, because if she didn't see color or if she wasn't raised that way, you wouldn't have a Yellow Bone song, right? I don't know. It's just, these are just some of like my follow-up thoughts after watching the video. I'm like, this is erasure. This is erasure. And if you don't have a problem with Dani Leigh using the word, good for you. I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to like be a gatekeeper for like yellow bones and who gets to use it, but I do think the lack of definition of what blackness is and who is black and what does black look like leads to a lot of this. It opens the window for a lot of people who are non-white and non-black, but people of color, to kind of infiltrate spaces, but they're not really infiltrating spaces if we're allowing them into spaces. I don't mind people admiring black culture, that's not a problem, but we allow them to get super duper comfortable, and the minute they say something or do something like this, we're like appalled or offended, or we don't feel anything at all. I would love to hear how men feel about it, because just being honest, black men, they definitely perpetuate a lot of like non-black women feeling entitled to blackness and feeling entitled to these spaces. That's why I was kind of like, as a black woman, I don't really want to talk about it, because I know black men don't give a shit about it. Like, I know they don't care. So it's like, once again, you have black women talking about colorism and all this other stuff, and it's like, this is a conversation that I feel like should be had between both black men and black women. But yeah, I guess these are like my follow-up thoughts. Like, do you think this type of behavior is going to lead to erasure? Are we just too sensitive, if that is a thing? Let me know your thoughts. I'm probably not going to post this on my IG. I'll just put it in my story, because it's just kind of some things that are running through my head. But yeah, moving forward, I don't want like I don't want black women to like react to this. Like, this shouldn't get any of our attention anymore, in my opinion. Like, if we're not going to be exclusive with our culture, this type of stuff is going to continue to happen and persist. So yeah, let me know your thoughts.